So now that we understand what's happening behind the scenes, how to get the right query in order to search, we can continue with the interface, finish it up, and then send some data to the database for retrieving the products that we want. So here I'm going to add a search button down here. So let's go back to our app views, eShop, admin, and products here. Where are we? There we go. Okay, so there's this search box here, and right at the very end of search box, inside the very table, let's add one last row here. So I'm going to say table row, and in here I'll add table data, and I'll just make sure that the column span is 4, so it goes all the way. And then in here I'll add an input of type submit. The name doesn't matter. What I want is a value, and the value is search. Let me give it a few classes. I'll put a class here of button, of course, because it's a button. What other classes can we put? There's button success. Let's try that. Okay. So back here, and I refresh. There we go. The search button is there, but I want it on the other side. So I'll say boo right. All right. So we have a search button here. Awesome. So what happens if I click search? We should get some values in the URL here. Otherwise, we know it's not working. So save. And what do you know? We do get some values in the URL. Some of them are empty, etc., etc. So let's make sure we set things right, especially with these guys, the names of these things. So first of all, we have minimum price, maximum price. So let's see if those guys are named appropriately. So I'm going to go up here for a second, quantity, and there's name quantity here. So instead here I'm supposed to put min quantity. So I can abbreviate this like that, and then put max quantity, and then same thing here, name min price, max price, min and max. And what else here? Brands. Now these brands, like I said, they're going to be special because there'll be brand 0, brand 1, etc. So we'll leave those be. Name, category, name, description. Okay, so it looks like we are done with that. Let me go back a bit, refresh the page, and then try again. What about year? Let me go down here and make sure year is taken care of. So there we go. So I should put a name here, year. Great, year. Okay, so search. So I can see everything, and here any category, min price, max price, quantity, and so on. So there'll be no validation here, the JavaScript validation, because we don't want to restrict searching even though there's nothing to search for here. We just return all the results, so no restriction. Or maybe we can add one just to make sure that the description has something before we can actually search. But sometimes you may just not want to search for anything in particular. You just want to search under a specific category and a specific year with a quantity and so on. So we'll leave that be for now. Let's just try and put a title over here. So this thing can get quite big. So what we could do is put a hide and show button somewhere here to show and hide it when we want to search. But we'll do that in the end once we have done all the testing and we make sure that everything is a-okay. So here I will put an H3 right here. search, just the title there. Alrighty then. Okay, so this is good. Everything is working. Now let's receive the data on the other side. I just want to receive these items on the other side once we click. So let's go to the controller for a second. Controller. And then I'm going to go to products here. No, actually the admin controller. There we go. And look for products, which is right there. So right here, before we do anything, I'm just going to try and get what I can get from the get variable. So I'm just going to say show get. Okay, good. So that's what I'll do. Now I'll hit search. Very nice. So as you can see now, we have all our stuff here. That's the URL. And what we're looking for is description, category, year, and so on and so forth. But we need to be able to know if we are searching here, right? So what we can do to make sure that we know when we are searching is, let's put a name to our button after all. So instead of just value there, let's put name and call it search, like so. That way we can check if search is active, then we know we are searching. So back, zoom out, search. Okay, so here we're going to say if search is active, then we are searching. So let me come back here, because right now, whether we are searching or not, this is showing there. So what we can do is go back here and just say if is set at this point. I'll say if is set get search. Let's put this inside that if statement. Then searching is true. So here we can just put a search, because we were not searching here at all. So I can say search is equal to false. And then while we're in here, we can put search equal to true. Alrighty then. So let's go back here. Let me just open it normally like this. So if I refresh the page, I get nothing until I search. Then I get that. So now it knows that we are searching here. So all the parameters are there. We have category, min price, max price, year, description, everything is all good. So now what we need to first do, is to ensure that we load in all the brands that we have here, all the categories that we have, and all the years that we have. So let's do that in the next video.